All right, hello everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday live at 5 here at Old Town Quilt Shop in Orchid, California. I'm Stacy and I'm holding the hours for a reason. So you might see that something looks a little bit different. So starting September 13th, Monday, September 13th, our Monday hours are going to change. We're going to be open only from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. and that's for the public from 3 to 7. So that's changing, and then the rest of the schedule during the week is the same: Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5, and then Saturday 10 to 4, closed on Sunday. So you know, for the Mondays, maybe we can get some of the people who worked. Hopefully that'll help some of you, and you won't have to wait until Saturday to come. So that's why I'm showing that. And so again, that starts on Monday, September 13th. Next Monday, September 6th, we are closed for Labor Day. And if you need to get a hold of us, hopefully not to gripe about the Monday hours, you can check out our website. You can email us at oldtownquiltshop@gmail.com, or you can give us a phone call. Alrighty. So that's just a little update on that. So how's your week? Ours is pretty slow. We had road construction yesterday, so there was virtually no parking in the front, but a few brave souls came in the back way and came in and parked there and came on in, so that was nice. And then today was busy, so that was good. Weird weather today. Woke up to not rain, but drippies. My car was wet and I had been contemplating getting a car wash yesterday, so I'm glad that I did not. All right, so I want to tell you about a brand new class that we just put on the schedule. So it is for the Mimosa pattern. So we do have a sample of this hanging up in the shop. It is in Christmas fabrics, but you do not have to do it in Christmas. You can do it in kids, you can do it in basics, you can do it in whatever you'd like. So it takes fat quarters, or yardage. You can use yardage as well. We have the baby size up in the shop, which is 40 by 40, but it goes all the way up to king size. So you can do whatever size you'd like. But this class is going to be on Saturday, October 23rd from 10 to 4. It's $30. Pattern purchase is required. The folded corner clipper is not required, but definitely recommended. So if you've never used that, well, first of all, go watch our video on that. I think we've done multiple demos of that. That's a tool that we absolutely love. But if you'd like to learn how to use it, you can take the class to learn how to do that. And Michelle's going to be teaching that. So that's Mimosa, Saturday, October 23rd. And just to give you an idea of what sizes and the requirements on that. And like I said, we do have a sample here in the shop. It is out of Christmas fabrics, but you don't necessarily have to do it out of that. I love the one on the cover, just the bright color basics. You can do solids or reeds as a solid. And then there's two different background fabrics, kind of a white and a gray. So fun quilt. Anyway, that is called Mimosa. So speaking of our other classes, just a quick reminder. I know we shove this down your throat all the time, but it doesn't hurt to keep telling you. So we've got Summer Swag. That's at the end of now this month, September. That's a 2-day class. I'll be teaching that. And then we have the beginning quilting piecing class that starts in October, and that's taught by Dolores. Perfect for anyone who wants to learn how to make a quilt or needs kind of just a refresher. Maybe you haven't quilted in a long time, or maybe you're just kind of self-taught and you'd like to learn how to do it the right way. And then we have the Dresden plate class also in October. That's October 13th. You'll learn how to make a Dresden plate and all the different ways that you can use Dresden, and George, our customer, is going to be teaching that, and that one is $30, and that's a ruler is required for that one as well. Okay, so those are upcoming classes. There will be more coming up as we get everything figured out. We're trying to not plan too far ahead because we just don't know what's happening, but we do have spots in all those classes. So if you're interested in coming to that, then you can sign up online, or you can give us a call here in the shop or send us an email. And just a reminder, it's just vaccinated people only for our classes and retreats and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so today we have a Batik Bonanza. Like literally every fabric that we got in this week is batik, and then we have a couple of books thrown in there. So we're gonna have fun with batiks, and our batik shelves are stuffed to the gills right now. We had a lot of leaning shelves after the skinny bolt sale, but that is no more. Now they're all full. So, and we got some really cool batiks this time, so I think you're really gonna like it. So let's get started because we got a lot to get through. Okay, so some of them, they're just kind of random and they have different names. So if you're looking for them, that's why they're separated, but they're just all kind of on the color wall, not the color wall, the batiks within their colors. So this one is called Starry Night, $13.85 a yard, and it's by Island Batik, and the next several collections are all the same price and also all by Island Batik. But it's meant to be, you know, the Vincent van Gogh, the swirls in the background in the sky, his Starry Night painting.
It's not as dark.
But it's not quite as dark as what it's showing up on camera. It's really more of like a teal turquoise type color. Tone on tone, there's kind of darker blue in the background, and then it's the lighter teal on top of that in the swirls. So that makes a really good blender type thing. It just gives movement to your quilt. So that's Starry Night. And then the next one is Citrus Sun, and this one comes out really weird on camera. It came out weird on mine too in the for the newsletter. So it's a really dark navy blue, and it's got like this sunburst on it. It's kind of a lighter blue behind and then a darker blue on top of that. Oddly, it's called Citrus Sun. You know, whatever collection it came from is probably very bright and pretty. I don't know. But Citrus Sun, so it's a nice dark navy blue, much darker than it shows on camera. It kind of shows like gray, and mine did as well. So it's just the lighting back here. Okay, the next one is called Autumn Sun. Also Island Batik, again, just kind of onesies out of different collections. So this one is kind of a tan beige color. It's got the leaves on there, so perfect for if you're doing a fall project, a table runner, a quilt, whatever. Or it could be a nice background. It's not super busy, so just a nice light. That comes up on there. Not quite as obvious in the color differences, I think. Okay, and then we have Painted Blossoms. And Painted Blossom also has some 10-inch squares, so we'll look at those in a minute. But Painted Blossoms is the name of the collection, but it's, again, just the Starry Night pattern. So it's the same as the other one, it's just a different color. So it's more that greeny kind of aqua marine color. Again, tone on tone is kind of lighter on the bottom and a little bit darker on the top. But it goes with these 10-inch squares, also by Island Batik. And by the way, if there's any of our reps or vendors out there listening, watching, we love this. This shows the entire collection. It shows everything that's in there. It's packaged beautifully, and they don't flop over. So we love Island Batik. Just looking at the the package. It's kind of like when you buy that fat quarter stack and you just sit there and just, you love it. This is what we do with ours. We just pet them because we love them. They're packaged so beautifully. But, you know, it's 10-inch squares, so there's lots of patterns out there that take just the 10-inch squares. And this Painted Blossoms fabric would make a wonderful border for that. There are tons of other colors, and I'm sure that we have plenty of other things in the batiks that will work with this if you're not fond of the aqua color. You can pull out the purple out of there. You can pull out some of this orangey gold, the deeper blues, the pinks, you know, so work it into other things. Just kind of depends on what you want to pull out of that. So that's Painted Blossoms, the 10-inch squares. There's 42 pieces in there, I believe, and it's $43.99. Okay, the next little collection is Lavender Fields. Two of them are purple. This one is blue. I don't know how it reads on the camera, but it really is. I'm probably standing right in the light. It's white with a kind of a true blue dot on there, and they're kind of different size dots. And then you have, and they're not linear, which is nice. They're just kind of scattered everywhere. And then you have these purple leafy fronds. It's a lighter purple in the background, and then the darker purple on top. And then we have this nice, I don't know, it might be called periwinkle, but it really is more like a lavender type, more that pinky purple. Real light with the white design on top of that. So again, this is called Lavender Fields by Island Batik. Okay, the next one is called Garden Gems, and this one is a really pretty multicolor. We can open it out so we can see all of the pretty colors in there. So it's got the greens, the blues, the yellows, the oranges, the pinks, probably some purple in there. So it's got a little bit of everything with the dots all scattered on top of it. So it's kind of got that, you know, tie-dye base and then the scattered dots on top. And so then we have a red and a purple to go with those. So this is a tone on tone. It does have little dots on there, so it's not, you know, just a solid. And then we have this really rich, like royal purple with some fun. It's the same as the Lavender Fields pattern. It's just a deeper purple. But these are called Garden Gems. Also by Island Batik. You can tell we got Island Batik in today. 2 giant boxes. So we've got one more collection from Island Batik called Poetic License. So we have 2 different prints. We have the dots and then we have the flowers. So we've got the the 2 different colors that sort of go together. This one's kind of a tealy color with the dots, and they're squares of dots and then nothing and then squares. So it's kind of like a checkerboard of dots. So, you know, really fun, and it really wouldn't matter if it wasn't cut completely straight, because I don't think that you would see that. And then we have this blue floral. It's a pretty true blue. It looks purpley, but it really is not. It is blue. So it's a fairly large floral, so you could use it as a mane and something. And then we also have the dots again. It's kind of a goldy. It's not orange. It's not yellow. I put it in with the oranges and it looked yellow, but then I put it with the yellows and it looked orange. So it went back to the oranges, and it's got some pinks and purples on it, and varying colors too. So you can see there's some kind of light ones here, and then you move around and it's got some darker dots going through it. Yeah, they show it pretty good on the camera there. Mm-hmm. And then we have this hot pink floral, which it does not look good on camera, but believe me, it is a hot fuchsia color. It really is very pretty. It's got kind of the darker background and then the lighter pink.
Yeah, it's dark on the
It's dark on there, but it is not that dark. The lighting back here is just, we're blocking our own light, so it just doesn't look good. Again, that's Poetic License. Okay, so all of that was Island Batik, and then we got a bunch of stuff from Banyan Batiks. Now these are really cool, so I'm going to open these up so that you can see. So this particular part of it is called Flower Power. They're $12.85 a yard from Banyan Batiks. And we actually just saw the rep today, and she had some interesting information for us. So these colors are super, super vibrant. So they have this kind of background color. This one happens to be like a yellow and brown kind of a color. And then you've got these super vibrant flowers. Now, in Indonesia, which is where batiks are made, they make that base one, and then the men stamp the flowers, and then the women hand paint the stuff on top, which is really, really cool. And she was saying that was very different for the women to be doing the painting on there. So just kind of a little fun fact about these. But they're just, you can see the vibrancy of the colors. It doesn't come across quite as much on camera, but really they are, and some of them are way more than others. So you really kind of have to see these in person. So we have that kind of gold one, and then we have the blue with pink. It looks orange, but it is not. It is pink, like a salmon pink, not that orange. And then we have the pink with the turquoise on it with the yellow flowers. And we have green with the pink flowers and purple on it as well. And this one is my favorite. It is a pretty cardinal red with brown and yellow, gold flowers on it. Very, very striking. And then also this one. So this is actually a navy background. It looks black, but it is just a really super dark navy blue with the pink and kind of the purple, and then you've got the orange flowers on there. So they're just really cool. They look much better in person and big, you know, when you open them up to really see them. We have a quilt sample that will be in the shop that uses these, and it's kind of, they get cut up a little bit too much. So really this would be great for patterns that you have that use big chunks of fabric. I know we say it all the time, but 3-yard quilts, but anything that just takes a larger piece, like a 8, 9, or 10-inch square, would be perfect for these, because you could definitely fussy cut those and really make those pop. So along with those, we got Banyan Shadows, which is kind of, just a basic one, but all of the colors coordinate with all of the colors in the Flower Power. So we've got an orange, we have a teal, we have a really dark purple, there's a hot pink, and then there's a kind of more of a red purple, and then kind of a yellow gold. So all of these will work really, really well with the Flower Power line, as well as, of course, everything else in our in our batiks. So they're just nice basic blenders for batiks. And then also from Banyan, we got, this is called Color Me Banyan. And this one is, I guess it's considered an ombre, but it goes, I guess the other half goes back to pink. Mm-hmm. So this one, selvage to selvage, goes from pink to green in the middle and then back to the pink. So it goes pink, blue, if you're going selvage to selvage. So you've got all these beautiful colors, and we've already had some applique people come in, and they love it because they can cut some pinks out of here, you can cut some blues out of here, and then you can cut some greeny yellows over here, and all out of just one little piece, rather than having to buy a whole bunch of different colors. And we think this is fabulous as a border. It would just look great, or as a binding for something that's really colorful. So lots of fun that you can have with this. So again, this one was called Color Me Banyan by Banyan Batiks. And you can see how well they work with, all of the other things that we have, the Banyan Shadows and the Flower Power. And of course, they'll work with some of the other batiks that we have as well. Okay, so that was our Batik Bonanza, and now we have books. It's batiks and books and I don't know what else, some other B. Okay, so we have just one charm pack quilts. So if you've got a charm pack, which is 5-inch squares, you've got a pack of those 5-inch squares laying around, or you've been cutting up your stash into 5-inch squares and you want a way to use them all, we have the book, Just One Charm Pack Quilts. It's not actually just quilts, there's all kinds of different things in there, but it's 18 different projects. I love this one on the back. And nothing is very big, because obviously charm packs, they're 5-inch squares and there's only 40 of them, so the projects aren't very big, but if you have multiple packs, you could always just make these bigger. So all of them are, fairly small, but easily made into bigger things. So lots of cute little projects in here. That would make a cool runner. They've got that there, charming stripes, coin flip. So, and I think they show them all in different colorways. Baskets. So none of these are very big, but perfect for just a quick gift, something that you want to use your charm packs for. If you have layer cakes, which are 10-inch squares, you can always cut those up into 4 charm packs. Look at the little cozy cottages. How cute is that? And then you've got your classic stars. So there's all kinds of different things in here. So if you've got that charm pack laying around and you're just itching to use it, and you need something quick, there you go. So that's Just One Charm Pack Quilts, and the book is $24.95, and don't forget we discount all of our books 30% off automatically in store, and if you're ordering it online at checkout, use the code BOOK30, that's BOOK30. Okay, another book that is probably highly anticipated by some. This is one of the famous 3-yard quilt books from Fabric Cafe. This one is called Quilts on the Double, and this just came out last week. So it is 8 different projects that all use 3 1-yard cuts of fabric. It really just couldn't be any easier than that. And this one called Broad Strokes, I will have this sample hanging in the shop by next week. It is being quilted right now. Not as I speak because I'm here, but once I get home I'll be working on it again. So again, all of these use 3 1-yard cuts of fabric. In the store, we have actually bundled up some 3-yard bundles. So we've kind of taken the hard stuff out for you, and we've picked some bundles for you. So if you're just looking for something quick and easy, pick up a bundle, go home, make it. You can have it done in just a couple of days. Quilting not included. All right, so that's 3 yards quilts on the double, and these retail at $15.99. And again, we discount 30% off of all books, so that makes this a steal. Okay. So in a couple of weeks, it is Jelly Roll Day. So if you don't know what jelly rolls are, they don't go with peanut butter, and it is not a cake, unfortunately. So a jelly roll is, it's the 2.5 inch strips, and they're all rolled up. There's usually 40 or 42 strips in there. And the jelly roll is a name coined by Moda Fabrics. So they've got jelly rolls, charm packs, layer cakes, dessert rolls, I don't know what else. But the jelly roll is the most popular because it's the 2.5 inch strips. And so they've dedicated a day to sewing jelly rolls every year, and it's always the 3rd Saturday of September. So this year, that happens to be September 18th, and we are going to offer a sit and sew for you guys to sew up a jelly roll. So if you've got some jelly rolls hanging around, I know there are people out there that have jelly rolls. I've seen you on Zoom with your jelly rolls stacked up, so I know you've got them. Or you've cut up your stash into 2.5 inch strips and want something to do with them. This is your day to go ahead and get those sewn. So we have come up with a whole bunch of patterns that all use jelly rolls. So Gemini is one of them. That just uses 20 2.5 inch strips. Jelly Weave, if you do the throw size, that'll take up your whole jelly roll. We have a sample of both Gemini and Jelly Weave hanging in the shop. Simplify, I know a couple people who have done this one. The throw size uses the whole jelly roll. Linked, this is a relatively new pattern for us. And this makes a quilt 88 by 88, so it's a fairly large quilt. But that uses all jelly rolls. Block Step, jelly roll as well. The twin size, or the lap. The lap or the twin takes 1 jelly roll. And Ribbon Candy, and we do have a sample of this hanging in the shop. We did it just out of the 3 fabrics, but you can do this one up here. It says Scrappy, but that also means a jelly roll, so you can just use a jelly roll for that. And then I've got a couple of books here, Strip 6, and this is by Cozy Quilt Designs. So all the patterns in here use jelly roll, and you can start with different blocks, put them together however you want to. We've talked about this book before. Very interesting book, but everything in here uses the 2.5 inch strips. And then, of course, more jelly roll quilts. So everything in here uses jelly rolls, just to give you an idea of what's in there. So all of these are available for purchase in the shop. So we have any one of those. There's also all kinds of stuff online. You can do a jelly roll race, you can do whatever you want. Just work on a jelly roll quilt here at the shop. So again, that date is Saturday, September 18th from 10 to 4, and it is the sit and sew, $12. So, all right. Any other questions, comments, nothing? Just remind you again that starting Monday, September 13th, the hours for Mondays only. The rest of the week stays the same, but for Mondays only, it's going to be 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. So, and then this coming Monday, September 6th, we'll be closed for Labor Day. And I think that's pretty much everything. Alrighty. Well, you all have a great rest of your week. Have a safe Labor Day weekend, and we'll see you next week.